Hello there everybody, Sam's Trains here, welcome back to the railway and welcome back to Sam's Trains Live. Here we are on episode 3 of 5 of this series and they're spread across the summer, so do keep an eye out on their channel for the next episode. Anyway, hello and welcome folks, how is it going? You know, I count down the days to these live streams because they're so much fun. So let's pull up the chat, see how everybody's doing. If you want to shout out, you jump in there and I'll do my best to get to you. Today, lots of cool stuff coming up. Obviously, I've got lots of requests to run, so keep those coming in. Thank you very much. I'm going to be showing you some of the stuff I've been 3D printing. Quite a bit of it is pretty exciting, so I hope you like that. Lots of trains to run. I'm going to be showing you all pictures. It's pretty jam-packed today, so I hope you're going to enjoy it. Right, let's have a look. Luke's Locomotives is here. Good evening from Australia. It's evening time in Australia, obviously. Adam Rushton is here saying hello. Blue Nugget, nice to see you. Jack Ford, thank you very much. I tell you what, we've had a few C1 Atlantic requests today, and Jack wants to see it as well. This time with the Hornby Henry, though. Oh, I see. Yeah, going with Henry's old and Henry's new shape as well. That's really nice. Cool idea, Jack. Thank you very much. Flare Treat, my day is pretty good, thank you. I hope yours is as well. Henry Green Engine 3, speaking of Henry, there we have him in the chat. Minicraft is here as well. Hello to you as well. Man, we got a lot of people here. Hello and welcome, folks. Eben Muddle, yes, you can have a shout out. Harry Kaminari, bonjour, Mr. Train. You know, I approve of that. Maybe I should change my name to Mr. Train. I don't know. SNDJR7F88 is here. How do to you too, Callum. Hope you're alright. Callum's getting a parcel from me in the post in a few days' time. I'm guessing it hasn't arrived yet though, Callum. Yeah, no, it was only the other day, wasn't it? I sent it. Me, thank you very much. Who wants to see the D-Class and the C-Class? That is lovely. Pulling Pullman coaches. Of course, me. Yes, we will definitely get to that. I guess I should talk about what the deal is with the streams in case anyone's here for the first time. First of all, I do giveaways during each stream. So this series' giveaway is just to say a massive thank you to all the supporters. I'm giving away 3 models at the end of the series, and they are this brand new Bachmann Midland Railway Brakevan. A lovely pre-grouping piece of rolling stock, of course, very nice indeed. The next one is this Hornby Peckett, again, completely brand new in yet another of the beautiful Peckett liveries, got to love those. And finally, there is another tank engine, the legendary Hornby J50, and what I always call one of Hornby's greatest tank engines. So do check the description for more information, and thank you so much for all of the support on the live stream. A lot of people asking for requests, so if you'd like to run a train or any sort of rolling stock, just donate using Super Chat, £5 or the equivalent in your country, and I will run whatever you want for your 5 minutes of fame. Yeah, first come, first serve, but they all get done, so if I don't finish them all in this stream, they'll be done in next week's stream. So not next week, the next episode, whenever that might be. And also, of course, if there are any birthdays in the house over the last couple of weeks or over the next couple of weeks, you can Super Chat for any amount and I will play the horrific birthday song for you, and I think it's coming up today. I think we've already had it requested, basically. And thank you so much to all of the Super Chatters so far. I've had quite a lot, and there's going to be some very, very cool requests coming, so I hope you enjoy those. Mayor Hosco just got in there. Hey Sam, Green Mallard pulling some Southern Green coaches. That's pretty nice. I don't think I've done that much. The ambulance train, oh my gosh. Excalibur coaches, Southern luggage van with an LNER brake. Buy some Santa Fe coaches. He's not going to let me get away without buying Santa Fe coaches. And George Botteridi sent a lovely sticker. Thank you very much, George. I hope you are well. Okay, what say you? We run some trains. Would you like that? Let's have a look at some of the first requests. These are left over from last episode. And I'm not looking forward to them because there's going to be a disaster here, right? So we've got Harry C on the outside line. Thank you, Harry, for this one. He wanted to see the diseased caterpillar with a loco of my choice. No, sorry. No, the diseased caterpillar with all the egg vans. I was getting ahead of myself there. That is not going to be good at all. So yeah, prepare for derailments. Then we have Brendan White. It was Brendan who wanted to see a loco of my choice. So funnily enough, we've got the D-Class. Can't get enough of that loco at the moment. With my most hated rolling stock. Now, I would say these egg vans are the rolling stock that I dislike the most. But of course they're on the outside line, so I've chosen some other Napole wagons that also like to derail, and also the Queen Mary Brakevan. I don't hate the Queen Mary or anything, but I think it is the most expensive Brakevan I've ever bought, and it's also the least detailed. So yeah, I suppose it does deserve to be there, sort of. And then we have the first C1 request. Oh, look at that, love that logo. Captain Crunch requested the C1 with some teak coaches. So I've sort of, I don't know, I've thought outside the box a bit, and I've put some of the clerestory teaks on rather than the usual Hornby ones. So the Derailment Express, let's start that. Please don't derail, no point saying it, it's going to happen. The Derailment Express Part 2, we'll see how that goes. Oh, what's happened there then? Oh, a circle has caused a short. Hang on. What? Right, this is weird because these points are open, and yet I tested, well, I made sure, I run the D-class around the track before the stream, so I don't know how that happened. Maybe circle opened the points, I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe I did it by accident, maybe I did it and forgot I'd done it. All of these are possible. None of these are interesting, so let's move on. And let's watch the obvious derailment. I'm just going to sit down in the chair. It's going to happen whether I'm standing up or not. I might as well just sit and enjoy myself. And what will happen will happen. There goes the C1 though, it's looking pretty good. There's the D-class. I'm hoping that train might be alright because there aren't any super tight curves or anything. Alright, here we go. No Brakevan of course, because I don't want any more of my nice rolling stock getting caught up in the crossfire. Ready? I've tried to position this camera a little bit lower down today so you might actually see the derailments. It's always around here that it happens. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 derailments. There we go. Crashed into the D-class train more than likely. Let's see. There we go. And it's happened, the inevitable. And yes, of course, as always, we've got one of the egg vans tipped over the track and it's covering up the middle line. So that means I've got only a few seconds really to clear the blockage before the beautiful 200-pound D-class comes smashing into it. So, yeah. Let's take off the egg vans. But don't worry, they're coming back later. You know what, one day I will just take these egg vans to the tip by accident along with a load of other junk, and I'll have to come on live stream and say, oh damn, those egg vans, oh, were they in that box that I took to the tip? Oh crumbs, I think they were. Oh well, will you buy some more, Sam? No, never. Ugh, right. Okay, well the egg vans are coming back later on. I'm hoping Circle is still on the track because I think she's probably out of reach. They always say don't build bits of track that you can't reach. Well, technically I can reach it, but I'll have to move the furniture, so I rather prefer not to. Alright, okay. I think disaster averted, sort of. Well, we didn't avert it. The disaster happened, that's for sure. I think we can move on from it now. I don't mind the disease caterpillar lurking around the layout. You don't mind? I think most people can say they do mind. Although, I mean, the D-class train has not had a problem, I don't think. I haven't seen it for a while, so I hesitate to say that now. Anybody seen it? Oh yeah, yeah. Right, well, that's one bit of good luck. Feel like I'm owed some and the stream's only been going for 8 minutes. I don't know. Please like the video, says AN Plures. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you, yes, advertising my channel like that. Well, it's not really advertising. Asking people to be pleasant. Well, I should pay you commission. Thank you very much. Okay, Maria Taplin is eating ice cream while watching. That sounds good. I think we should do that. We should have like a group ice cream eating stream one day. That might be fun. Although I can just imagine it going all over the carpet and the trains and stuff. Maybe I shouldn't have it. I don't know. It does look like a Daisy knockoff, Harry. Yeah, you're right. Like a 200-year-old rotten Daisy that's been in a basement or something. Not seen the light for 200 years. I don't know. Anyway, Dylan G, hello to you. Meaton wants a shout out. No chance, says Ian. What? No chance? That's good, says T1. Okay. What's good? I don't know. Oh, Nathaniel is running his terrier. Cows. Very nice. Is that the Isle of Wight one? No, could be completely wrong. Cows is in the Isle of Wight though, isn't it? Not sure. Could be wrong. I say these things and then I think, hang on, is that right? Peter Griffiths. Yes, I remember you, Peter. There's a shout out to you, no problem. Samuel's in bed already, blimey. I'm guessing he's not just lazy. I'm guessing it must be bedtime wherever he is. Doesn't matter to me. I mean, hell, you can be in bed if you want. I will not judge. Right, here we go. Let's stop these. We'll quit while we're ahead, I think. Let's bring these back. Well, I must say, the D-Classes train has been remarkably okay. Yeah, those gunpowder vans are usually a nightmare, no matter where I run them. And thank you, Circle, for that gorgeous performance as always. Oh, sorry, did I do that? I was just jerkily moving my hand involuntarily there and happened to catch you. Never mind. Let's put you somewhere safe, very carefully. Right, there we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, folks. There we go. Right, anybody got any words of wisdom from that last lot? Let's see. Sam, is it coming home? It is coming home. It is. Jotaro, Kuju, part 4. Is there a part 1, 2 and 3 or even 5? I'd be interested to know. But yes, it is. It is coming home. I seriously just got a shout out. I'm so happy, says T1 Productions. You got another one, I guess. You got 2. Now you're double happy, I guess. Paul Bowman, I put my request into you, Sam. You put it into me. I don't know how I should respond to that. I would like it to run. All right, was that a member's request, Paul? If it was, they will be checked and they will be finished off before the end of the series. I believe all the engineers ones were done last I checked, but I will come back and check before the end of the series. Oh, Rambo Ral has got his birthday, or her birthday, on the 30th. Love your show. Right, so a happy birthday to Rambo Ral, and also we need to say a happy birthday to Luis Buscarino's grandson, who I think he's going to be 1 year old. That's crazy. What an age to be. Okay, well, happy birthday to these lovely people. Everybody join in, and if you're allergic to horrible music, which we all are, cover your ears. Here it comes. Take it away.
Happy train birthday to you. Happy train birthday to you. Happy train birthday, happy train birthday. Happy train birthday to you.
Moving swiftly on from that then, we've got some requests left over from last episode. Most of these are pretty darn awesome, so hope you enjoyed them. I'll see you in just a second. So first up we have a really classic looking preservation train idea from Mega Train Lover, so thank you so much to you. You wanted to see Tangmere with 8 BR coaches. Well, I've only got 7 that match, so I've thrown a Pullman in there, you might spot that. And a Class 47 as a banker. And in real life I find it funny that the 47 would help the steam loco, you know, with the big train. But in model form here, because my Hornby 47 is not the best, it actually drags Tangmere back. Tangmere would want to go way faster than this normally, but yeah, there's a pretty good irony there. Then we have one from Sparky129. Thank you very much, Sparky. You wanted to see the J70 with another small steam loco, so I've gone with one of the smallest, the well, it's the LMS Pug, if you will, with a little bit of a typical freight train and a Great Western brake. So I put that on there. It's a cool combination, don't think I've ever done that before, and I'm 100% certain I've never done this one before. This one came from Alpha 008, who wanted to see the steampunk loco pushing an auto coach. I don't know why, but yeah, pushing an auto coach, pulling the Oxford tankers, and of course Toad at the back there. So yeah, it's a very specific request. Definitely never been done before, but those are the best requests, the totally original ones. So thank you folks for those. Let's move on. Up next I have a request from Sam Green, who wanted to see Silverlink with some Pullman coaches, and I believe Sam had this request for his birthday. So yeah, I hope you had a great birthday, Sam, and I hope you enjoyed seeing that request. Good idea, Silverlink with Pullmans. Then we have an abhorrent idea from Sparky129. Why on earth you'd want to put such a lovely loco as the E4 alongside a Class 17, which is obviously a monstrosity, I will never know, but whatever, I've done it for you. And they are hauling some Pullmans. And the Class 17 is so slow that it just derails horrible when the E4 pushes into it, so I'm not going to do that for too long. So thank you for that one, Sparky. And then we have a very, very cool idea from Jared SAR, which is a huge nod to sort of Toby, all things Toby. So Jared wanted the J70 and Toby to run HST style with 2 blood and custard coaches and Henrietta in the middle. It's a very, very cool idea that, Jared. Thank you very much for that request. Alright folks, very, very nice. Let's move on. Up next then, this is another devil of an idea from William Babcock. Thank you, William. No sarcasm intended. So you wanted the Helgen 17 with 2 fast pocket rockets on the outside line. The Helgen 17 being a very slow loco, but of course it has just warmed up, which is quite convenient. Still, it's not looking good, is it? Those 040s are really ramming into that 17. Yeah. Not a nice idea, that one, but thank you nonetheless, William. Then we have one from Callum Dine, who wanted to see the Centenary Peckett with another W4 Peckett hauling my ocean of ocean wagons. So there you go, little ocean wagon train there. 2 Pecketts, of course, working really, really nicely together. So Callum Dine, thank you very much to you. And then this next one is from Dark Lightning 1536, who wanted to see a race between Gordon and Spencer. So we've got Gordon and Spencer parked on the line, and I'm going to give them kind of, I think, full power, and we'll see whether Gordon can get away from Spencer or whether Spencer is going to catch up to Gordon. So here we go, forwards, full speed. Let's find out. Oh, I think there's your answer. I think Gordon is going to be the winner. Yeah, Gordon is taking a huge lead now over Spencer, who has been left tired at the back. That's embarrassing, Spencer. You're supposed to be fast as an A4. Yep. And with that, folks, we will go back to the show live with more requests coming very, very soon. Okay, folks, we are back. There we go. Right, anybody want a shout out? Any questions you want to ask? We'll do a mini Q&A. You just jump in there. If anything has happened to anybody recently, if you've done any modelling projects, got anything new in your train collection, jump it into the chat and I will take a look. It's an odd verb to use there, jump. Fair enough. Right, let's see what everybody thought about some of the requests. I think you'll agree. In fact, you probably haven't seen the craziest ones yet because there's still more to come later on anyway. I thought the rivalry between those two ended, says Samuel Thompson. Well, I can tell you that is not true. They are still definite rivals, no doubt about it. Adam Ruston is adding ballast to the railway. You know, that's a difficult one. I've always struggled with ballast myself. I don't know why. Well, because I'm rubbish, that's why. Scenery anyway. Sparky129, thank you so much, Sparky. Lots of requests from Sparky today. Last request, could you please run the LMS 10,000 with the Flying Scotsman pulling some... Default. Is that working? What? How does that happen? Oh, hopefully that wasn't too long. Like, I didn't change anything, it just went dead. That was scary, that was scary. Let's hope we're not going to start having like crazy technical problems again. Right, okay, we're back. Did you like that? That was a real panic, like, oh, go to break, go to break. World's shortest break. Because then I realised, hang on, I can't tinker with the sound if we're at a break, so we've got to come back. Right, I think we're good. Oh god. So that's another thing I've got to keep my eye on now. I'm going to be stressed out. Anyway, let's take our minds off the technical problems. Hopefully I'm wrong to say that. It was just a one-off glitch, right? Anyway, let's do that and let's take a look at the next lot of requests. So we have Lapis Wave, who is actually not here today because they're doing a CD recording. Apparently, how cool is that? So good luck, Lapis, if you come back to watch later. And your request was to see the two W4 Pecketts HST style with some ICI hoppers. Now that is a cool idea. Let's do it. Nice and slowly though, because those ICIs do tend to derail if they're being acted on by multiple locos. Then we've got Louis Boscarino, whose grandson's birthday was, I don't know if it was today, but it's around now anyway. I wanted to see Line Regis with Southern coaches, but I've actually taken some of my Ren locos out of service because I don't run them very often, but I also love them to bits, so I didn't want them sitting gathering dust, so I actually put them in some boxes, which means I don't have easy access to them for live streams and stuff. But I put on Merchant Navy, there we go, in a green, and I have managed to run these Southern coaches for you, so hopefully that will be okay. Oh yeah, this logo goes backwards, forgot about that. It's me changing the motor on it in that experiment I did. And then we have a 2020 Vision who wanted to see the J70 with a single T coach. Now that I can get down with, because it's easy. Doesn't wear me out looking for rolling stuff that way. So there we go. And while they run, I will thank some of our very generous super chatters for today, because I'm conscious that I've missed a lot of them. So we've got George Botterini who says, hi Sam. Hi George, I hope you're well, my friend. Sparky129 says, maybe when you're away from your computer, speak up just a bit louder than normal. What, in case the mic goes again and you just need to hear me from wherever you are? That's a good idea. I'll have to practice vocal projection and stuff. Right, I'm going to thank folks because there was also people who sent in requests before the stream started, which is crazy. But it's actually a good idea if you want requests because they're quite in high demand. But generally speaking, if you submit one before the stream starts, you will get a space on the stream itself. So, yeah. Otherwise, they'll all get done, but obviously in the next stream, so it means having to wait a bit. So we have Lapis Wait, Louis Boscarino, a 2020 Vision, Colin White, William Babcock, Lewis Hughes. I did read all of your super chats, by the way, the ones that came in before the show. Ones that have come in since we started, I'll definitely read at the end. Peb Productions, I think we've done that one, haven't we? AZ Rail says, afternoon, hope you have a fun, I hope everyone has a fun time. That's very kind, I hope we do as well. We've got a recall request from Alpha 008, which is coming up later on. Sparky129 had a few from you, and yes, I will get them done. William Town as well is, well, I'll tell you this one. William wants to see the HSTs, the Class 43s, with a rake of Pullmans, and I'm to dub it the HSPT, the high-speed Pullman train. So that'll be interesting, I should think. We've got Gadgetman 1701, Jack Ford as well, me Paul Bowman, Mayo Hosco, of course, Mayo's asked for Mallard with some various other stuff. I did read that one, I believe, didn't I? Mega Train Lover was in there as well. Oh, this is a lovely one. Wants to see the Drummond 700 class with a short mixed freight and the Queen Mary Brakevan, which we've already seen today, so awesome. That'll be coming out again. Can we see, Harry Chapman, I missed this one I think, wanted the two 9Fs pulling some wagons. Man, what a combo, these two 9Fs, love that. Then we have Routers Air Force, seeing as there's a football game on, can you run the LME football or locomotive? B17, yes, I was wondering if that would get mentioned. What a good, yeah, we better do that, that might act as a good look charm or something, mightn't it? Nearly red and white, blood and custards, I see. Alright, it's coming home, he says. It certainly is. A football will be strapped into a seat on a plane and it will come home. Whether that's true, I don't know. Kelly Ashford Trains, oh, it was my birthday on Tuesday the 6th of July just gone. Wow, that was recent. Oh, Kelly, happy birthday to you. Does this mean we have to play the birthday song again? maybe it does. I'll do it after I've read these though, because the other people might be annoyed that they've missed themselves. And then, well, I wouldn't keep talking, that's stupid. Anyway, move on. Sideways 66779, a bit late, don't have long. Oh, sorry. Sorry to have kept you. Can you run a Downton Abbey train, LMER Q6 and some teaks? I didn't see that one earlier, Sideways. Is that why you've crammed in requests? Or you're going away for like 2 years and you're going to get them all in before you go? But sure, yep, all these I can do. Oh, and Rambo Ral has got a birthday on the 30th. Okay, so that's the second. We are definitely having the birthday song again, folks. Let joy be unconfined. And Kelly has a birthday too. Yes, I'm going to do it, Kelly. I'm going to do it in a second. And the rest, I believe, I have just read. And Owen Dino, thank you for letting me know there was no sound. Right, so for Kelly and for Rambarai, I apologise so much to everybody for this, but it's happy birthday again.
Happy train birthday to you. Happy train birthday to you. Happy train birthday, happy train birthday. Happy train birthday to you.
Happy birthday, hope you had amazing times. And we are back with some more requests, and also thank you to Paul Bowman. I just got one from you. You wanted to see gulling. Wow, that is a mix of Gordon and pulling. It was Gordon pulling the express, not gulling, dooring, I don't know, something for the express. Right, let's stop these. We have the HST. It wasn't actually very HST, was it? I forget that HST style probably means it's a reasonable speed. These are quite slow. Never mind. There you go. The Peckett HST. Don't think anybody has ever said that sentence before. There you go. Reversing into shops, we've got Line Regis in disguise. I'm just a bit concerned about where the J70 has got to. Well, I'll start taking these off. And if he's still not back by the time I've finished, we'll panic. Did anybody see anything on the... Because you guys were watching, I wasn't. It could have been broken down. Oh no, it's here, it's coming. I was going to say it could have been broken down and struggling for that whole thing, but it's alright. I don't know where it was though. The number of times I look around and can't see a logo that I'm looking for. Oh, no, it's very strange. Right, moving on then. So, we've got the centerpiece of the stream as well today, because yeah, I keep pushing myself to try various different 3D printing projects, design projects and such, so I'm hoping you will quite enjoy this one. Take it away, hope you like it. I've already tried designing and printing larger objects such as wagons and coaches, so today I wanted to try something absolutely tiny to really test what these cheap 3D printers are capable of. So I decided to cause myself a problem which I would only allow myself to solve using 3D printing. So I took this gear out of this locomotive, and I told myself pretty sternly, this gear is not going back in this locomotive, and I've got to fix the locomotive using a 3D printer. In other words, I've got to try and design and print a gear that is this small. Now this gear, Richard I call him, is tiny. It measures just 11 millimeters in diameter, which means obviously I cannot just slap a ruler against this and measure the tiny parts of it, such as the teeth and the hole in the center. So I need an accurate way to duplicate this, and here was my solution. So I took the gear and placed it onto my flatbed scanner and took a high resolution scan of the gear. Then I imported an image of the gear into the CAD software at a 100% scale. I could then use the CAD software's measuring tools to get accurate measurements of the hole in the center, the dimensions of the teeth and the spacing of the teeth, which is so much more accurate of course than just trying to measure this with my calipers or something. So with all of the measurements written down, I was able to design this, which I'm quite proud of. Yeah, it was quite a challenge to actually design a gear. It's a very simple component, but suddenly when you're faced with the task of creating one, it becomes a little bit more difficult. Now, having a gear that looks like a gear and looks exactly right in the CAD software is very different to somehow getting your cheap 3D printer to print one. So I prepared the file that I created. It still looks good, all of the teeth are intact. So then I put it to the 3D printer. And this is a time lapse. It took 4 minutes to produce the gear. So in terms of, you know, creating spare parts for yourself, 3D printers are quite a good idea, aren't they? They don't take all day about it. And now that it's finished, I am absolutely amazed by the quality of this gear. Here they are both together on the table. This is very, very close up. Bear in mind, 11mm across. They look almost identical, don't they? But it's no good them looking almost identical. So I'm going to pop this gear into the locomotive and let's see if the loco can run with it. Apologies for my finger, by the way. I cooked the skin off it with hot glue. Not something I'd really recommend. Anyway, I've broken open the locomotive, as it were. Here is the shaft, which is missing one of its gears, as described, and here is the 3D printed gear that I have created. So I've got to get the 3D printed gear onto the shaft, and it's a good fit, which is fantastic. Yeah, it's not too free to turn. I might just pop a little bit of super glue on the inside of it, just to make sure it doesn't move on that shaft. So clean the shaft first with a little bit of IPA, just to make sure there's no grease on it. And then a little bit of glue applied to a needle. A small amount of it on the inside of the gear hole, and then onto the shaft. Now that will be stuck. I'll just use the IPA just to make sure we haven't got any glue on the business end of the shaft. And there you have it. Now that looks good as new, if you ask me. But let's pop it back into the loco and see if it's actually going to work. And I'm so confident I'm going to pop the body back on. And let's take it down onto the track with its new 3D printed gear and see whether the performance is any different. Okay, here we go. Let's find out whether a 3D printed gear created in 4 minutes is actually going to work inside a model train. Here we go. Of course it is. Look at that. Now if you think about it, this was quite a bodge, right? I measured it by taking a scan of the gear. I then just bodged a gear design together, and yet it's accurate enough so that it works. Let's go a bit faster. So 3D printing saves the day yet again. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm one step closer to being able to produce my own locomotive mechanism. Well, I know the printer can produce tiny gears, and I probably wouldn't ever need to produce smaller gears than that. I think that's the smallest of the gears used in a loco like this. Which means if I wanted to, I could completely replace the Hornby mechanism with a 3D printed gear. Well, I hope you found that interesting. I sure did. Let's go back to the live show. Oh, it's working. I was just looking at the chat and someone was like, "Oh, Sam, your mic's not working." Hang on, does that mean it's not working when we look around the layout? Hello? 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 No, it's working. Right, so it's basically just messing me about now. Or someone was pranking me. Could be one of the two. Anyway, what did you think to that then? We've got some more 3D printed goodies. Is it actually working? Because I can see levels on the screen, but you never know. And Samuel Thompson also burnt his finger with a soldering iron. Yeah. I mean, I filmed that last part a few days ago. It's remarkably quick how fast this thing is heating. Still got to be careful, but it's alright. Anyway, there's also another bit of 3D printing goodness that I've been working on, and that is this. People keep saying, "Sam, you've got to make a loco, you've got to make a loco." So literally yesterday I started work on a chassis. It's going to be a 440, put it down, because literally it's just a chassis, there's no base keeper plate yet or anything. But I'm really pleased with this. This was just a test print to make sure that the wheels and everything went in, and they did. You can see it's all no bodgery going on. Usually when I've tried to build a chassis it's been a complete bodge. This one is looking pretty good. I'm missing a gear. It's going to have all of my own gears in it. At the moment it's just got ones that I've bought, but eventually I'm going to be printing my own gears. Just needs another one in there and then it will work. But hang on, if I turn this back wheel, you can see that gear on top turning. So yeah, it's going to work. I think it's going to work. Next job is a motor mounting. I'm going to figure that out. It needs a base keeper plate and then we'll extend a bit of it out. I don't know, probably this. So it can have a front bogie, and then I'll figure out how to build a body for it. But yeah, for people who are saying locomotives, I'm working on it. I'm not faffing around, you know, trying to, I don't know, design a body or something just to fit on an existing chassis. Nah, I'm going for it. I'm gonna go for a full loco. If we never speak of it again, then you'll know it all went wrong. But yeah, hopefully that's all going to work. A lot of work to do though. I mean, this looks like it's almost ready to run. It isn't. There's a lot of work to do, and it's been a lot of fun so far. But there might be a video on that at some point. Proper bearings too, says Dave. Yeah. Let's just reiterate that. Yep, proper bearings. And look how free these are to turn. In fact, these, look at this good fit. This was the first print literally done this morning. These are so free. In fact, they're going to come out if I push them. There we go. You can see it. Some precision there, isn't there? It's quite good. Right, well, I've ruined that. I'm not going to sit and put the wheels back in as much as my OCD compels me to. Rob Arnold, late for the show, what have I missed? Not too much. You've missed, I keep looking over at the mic. You've missed the microphone playing silly buggers, but I think it's alright again now. We'll see. Right, yeah, so yeah, maybe on the next live stream I'll be able to show you a chassis working. Reaction time of a gnat. They do react quite quick, have you noticed? Right. Okay, let's do some more requests. Why not? Let's run some trains now. Better explain these. So, the first thing I've got to do is apologise to William Babcock, who asked for the FEF, which incidentally, so I'm told, is not an FEF, it's just another logo that Bachmann have tried to pretend is an FEF, so they can sell it. I don't know, it sounds like Bachmann, doesn't it? With egg bands on the outside line with the tender coupled up, but of course this has got the knuckle coupling, the easy mate I think they call it for some odd reason. So I can't just couple it up to it. In fact, I'm pretty sure I could put a couple of egg bands on because I put like a 3D printed coupling on the back, but it's broken. I managed to break it. Not sure how, I think I must have dropped it after the last stream or something, but hopefully they'll stay coupled. Not that it matters, I mean the egg bands are going to derail no matter what, but yeah, we can do that, but I apologise that it's not just egg bands like you asked for, William. Then we have Pep Productions. Now look at this. Now I'm guessing this could never have happened in real life, surely. The C1 Atlantic, the Warship and the Deltic all together on the same train. I don't know, with some maroon coaches, but I like the idea. Are they all wide in the same direction? I hope so. Okay, that's working. And then I'm just going to carefully straighten these engines because Alpha 008 wanted to see the 440 county class with a train of flatbeds with 040s on board. Now I think the Warwell is the only flatbed that can actually have a loco on it without it being too tall for the bookcase, but I'm trying it with the car flat. I've put some shortish locos on that, but if they crap on the bookcase I might have to abandon ship on that one, but we'll give it a try. Let's start the FEF Imposter. Is that okay? Is that acceptable? I think that's an acceptable name. And then we will slowly run the county and keep a close eye on that bookcase. Hopefully my little LMS pug won't lose its chimney today. Although you never know. Right. Uh-oh. The FEF was... He did ask that the FEF had the tender coupled properly. I think it's going to die there. There we go. That's it for the FEF. Right. On to the real casualty, potential casualty. Let's see. Oh, this is tense. I shouldn't have made it so slow because it's like a terrible feeling of trepidation. Right. I'm going to go and watch this and grab them if something goes wrong. Oh no! Oh, that's so annoying. Has it stopped? Yes. The pug, just by the skin of its teeth, managed to fit underneath. and then the Sentinel. I don't know how. The Sentinel is apparently taller, and that's cracked on it, and then all of the wagons fell over, and I'm missing the Peckett. You can't see this, but I've pulled out the Warwell, and the Peckett is missing, and that is worrying. It's alright, I've got her. She's come off. That's not nice. Right. So I think the hub will be okay. Why did it stop? There's a lot of friction all of a sudden. Oh, okay. The car flat has come off the track. Bear with me, we'll see it in a minute. Okay. Right, sorry about that, Sentinel. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm glad it was you and not the Peckett that had its chimney clobbered. Right, so it's a bit naff now, isn't it? Just two locos on flatbeds and whatnot, but okay. Never mind. Right, how's everything else doing? The triple header, amazingly, no problem at all. You'd think if something was going to derail, that would be it, but apparently not. Look at that. It's actually working amazingly nicely. Really, really well. With some maroon coaches, as requested by Peg. So thank you, Peg. Let's watch it go underneath the bookcase. This camera is almost entirely redundant now, isn't it? It's just a forest of wires and you can just see the silhouette of some trains behind it all. It's embarrassingly bad, isn't it? It's horrendous. Let's get it off. I've got a GoPro now, so I'll need to replace one of the cameras with GoPro. I think it'll be that one, and we'll stick it somewhere else, maybe at track level. That'd be nice. Right. Weirdly, everything else seems to have disappeared. Should I be worried? Well, I am worried. Seriously. Oh, no, it's okay. Oh yeah, of course. I literally just abandoned the FEF. That's really bad. It'll be trying to work. I've just left it there for ages. Right, better sort this problem. Let's give it some more power. No, I think we might have killed it. No, it's dead. Oh dear, what a shame. I so liked it as well. That's a big line. Okay, there we are. Well, clearly it's derailed, but I'm going to persevere. Am I? Is this a good idea? No. I'm persevering, but the loco isn't. Why not? How can its wheels... Oh, okay, it's crashed into the footbridge. Okay. That's an interesting turn. Alright. Until the next derailment. Which is probably going to be soon. Oh, of course it is. We've got egg vans on the back. Oh! It's a Christmas miracle. They're still on the track, I think. Yeah. Wow. It's Judgment Day, everybody. Start behaving. No, something's off. Forget it. Oh. Can't see it. It's just happened out of shot. But the loco has come a cropper on the points. I don't think there's any recovering from that. We could try. Oh, the front bogey's off. Yeah, it ain't that good with the tender couple. I think that's fair to say. Front bogey is... it's trapping my fingers in the valve gear. This is a disaster. Help. Right, just finished the down lap. Oh, the egg vans have gone. People just know. Oh, doesn't matter. Train stopped anyway. People know exactly what to ask for, don't they? Right. What happened? I've no idea. Nothing has to happen for this loco to stop. It just does what it does. Come on. Of course, the wagons have disappeared. Why would I expect any better? They seem to have all uncoupled, which I don't even understand, because these wagons are fine. Oh my god. William, you've done it again. I thought this would be bad, but I didn't think it would be quite this bad. Right, let's quit. Stop all the trains. It's dangerous up there. There are wagons and bits of loco everywhere. Right. Not the most successful 5 minutes of my existence, I must say. But I'm still alive, which is something. Right, let's move these wagons. Man. Well, Bachmann, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give them a hand for that. Wow. Apparently, people were telling me that FEF loco, which is not an FEF, is designed for 4th radius curves and above. It's like, so no wonder it doesn't work on any of my curves. But it didn't say that on the box. I've looked at the paperwork, I've looked at the box, it doesn't say that anywhere on it, so you just have to assume. And then I looked at Bachmann's website and it says works best on 4th radius curves and greater, but that's true of any locomotive. It doesn't say will derail horrible on anything tighter. I don't know, but it does, and we've found that out the hard way. Right, is the sound still working? I don't, is this actually the microphone that's coming through? I don't know. It should be. Let's have a look. It's just occurred to me that it may not be the default. Yikes. Hello? I think that's the one. There, that was it. Right, so have we had horrible audio quality? Let me listen. We have indeed had horrible audio quality. I apologise for that. Right, well, we've got the main mic back on now. We'll see whether that's any better. Yeah, I have no idea what microphone that was using. It must have been one of the cameras, but it doesn't matter. Right, let's do some Wall of Fame then. We need to cool off a little bit. Yeah, let me know in the chat if the audio dies again. It's very strange. Right, Wall of Fame, let's have a look. Here we go. If you want to send in something for the Wall of Train, I need to call it that now, you can send it to my email address, Sam'sTrains@outlook.com, and it will go up on the wall behind the camera. So, first, this is from Michael P, and he sent quite a few of these, actually, quite a few pictures of these beautiful shelves full of his models. There you go, look at that. And there's some really lovely short coaches down there, which look really nice. So yeah, thank you, Michael P. I appreciate you sending me that. Then we have Adam W, who sent in these. I think this was his 3D printed project. I don't know whether he's only just gotten into 3D printing or not, but yeah, I think this, at least the body, was 3D printed. So yeah, that's what I'll be aiming for, that level of quality. Yeah, I wouldn't have known that. And you Ahio, I'm sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. Since you don't have any Pennsylvania K4s, could you run the PRR GG1 with the longest rake of coaches you can muster? Okay, yep. Thank you very, very much. I won't try and pronounce your name again because it's offensive. Not your name, the way I would pronounce it is offensive. And I will do my best. Yeah, I don't have that many coaches that will actually be able to couple to that loco, but yeah, I've probably got a few. So it might not be many, but it will be as many as it can muster. So we'll see. Then we've got this. Ven the Wren sent in this. Now, what is this? Oh, is it a Hunslet? I can't tell. It's kind of in the shadows. We've got a diesel of some sort. Might be an 08 or something. Very nice is that. So yeah, thank you very much, Ven the Wren. Do keep us posted on the layout and everything. And then we have this one from William H. Now apparently this was him in 2006. So that's a long time ago, like 15 years ago. So he's going to be like basically an adult now, I would have thought. But yeah, that's very nice in front of a Great Western loco that I don't recognise. Is that narrow gauge? I think it is. But yeah, that is awesome. So William H, thank you very, very much. And we've just had a super chat from Mega Train Lover. Thank you very much. Please could you run the SECR D-Class with as many Mark 1s as she can possibly haul without struggling? I think that would be 2 then something, 2 or 3. That's a bit naff, isn't it? We'll try, we'll try. Just note that I don't have the traction ties fitted to mine, so yeah, it's not many. Right, there's still some more requests to come, so here they come now. These were left over from last episode, so here you go. Hope you enjoy them. I've already tried designing and so the next request comes from Sparky129 once again, who wanted to see this time the Salvage or Scrap 040 with a Centenary Peckett. Now, yeah, struggling a little bit those two because obviously the Peckett's much slower than the 040, but they are just about able to haul the 2 LBSC coaches and of course the Brakevan too. So thank you very, very much Sparky for that very cool request. Glad you liked seeing the salvage or scrap engine as well. Then we have this very cool one from Vilma, who wanted to see the Blue Merchant Navy Duck on a flatbed wagon, so he's gone on a water well so that he'll be low enough down so it won't crack his head or his funnel. A couple of blue coaches and a milk tank, because apparently those are all Vilma's favourite things. So awesome choices there, Vilma. A very eclectic mix, but a mix that I can approve of nonetheless. And then finally, now here's a cool idea. This comes from Harry Chapman, who asked to see the ROD 04 locomotive with the Oxford Dean Goods. Now those are my two proper ROD locomotives. I love seeing those together. And of course the Railgun, the classic ROD piece of rolling stock. So thank you very much for those requests. Let's move on to the next round. So the next request idea comes from Ridiculous Railways, whose request is not at all ridiculous. He wanted to see the Hornby Royal Scot with 5 maroon coaches, which is easily done, so thank you Ridiculous Railways. And very, very, very posh, elegant choice there. I like that very much. So that's the Royal Scot with 5 maroon coaches. Then we have another beautiful double header. Not had that many double headers today, actually, but this one is from Jason Biggs. It is the H1 Atlantic with the Duke class and any coaches I like. So I've hooked it up with some Pullmans, so I think they kind of match both locos. Strange combination there, but they sort of look oddly good together, I think, don't they? And then finally, we have a request from Colin Wykes. Now, this is an interesting one. He wants to see the Wickham trolley pushing Bullman. Now, I'm not sure whether the Wickham trolley is capable of pushing Bullman, so we are now going to find out for Colin. Here we go. So, Colin, there is your answer. And what a cool idea. It's like a mini experiment. So, thank you very much, folks. We've got one round of requests still to come. Let's get to it. Next up, James Smith wanted to see, well, a loco that is the most sentimental to him with some suitable stock. So that's actually the 90s Duchess locomotive, which was a gift from his mum and dad. Well, I don't have a 90s one, but I do have a Duchess and some suitable stock for it. So I hope that's all right for you, James, and I hope that brought back some nice memories for you. So thank you very much, James. Then we have Taggart 00, who wanted to see the Caledonian single wheeler with some suitable coaches, as requested for his birthday request. So I've gone with some Pullmans this time on the Caledonian, and as many as she can handle with, which is 3. And then we've got to finish with Billy P, who sent in the request from hell, my 3 favourite engines, the N-Class, the 1361 and the Dapol Terrier, with the Ocean of Ocean wagons, some Dapol wagons and a Queen Mary Brakevan. Wow, what a consist that is. But either way, Taggart 00, James Smith and Billy P, thank you so much for the support. Let's go back live. Okay, I am back. Hopefully you can hear me. I might have to learn sign language or something for the next episode. Right, so there you go. You've seen them all now. What a crazy load of requests, and all a lot of fun. I did those quite a while ago, so it's pretty good to see those again. Right, this looks like the island of Sodor, says... I won't try. I just won't try. But thank you. I'm glad you think so. I'm guessing that's a positive and not a negative, hopefully. Wow, that's fast. Yeah, it was pretty fast. What do you know? It's my birthday too, says TJM Farming. Oh, there you go. Have a very, very happy birthday. Diesel Mech 501 wants me to do a big boy. Yeah, I get asked to do that an awful lot. An awful lot. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I think it'll derail on my second radius, though, that's for sure. Zipping Cruisers, yes, you can have a shout out, there you go. Would anyone say the E2 is a good buy, says William Jarrett? Yeah, they're okay. The sort of LBSC, older Hornby ones, you can still pick those up on eBay. They are quite old though, so bear that in mind, and a lot of the time they will need some maintenance. Hornby have announced a new E2, which isn't called an E2, but it is the E2 model, in an SECR livery, which looks very nice, but whether that will actually be any good, I don't know yet, because it's not come out. But it will be the first E2 that Hornby have released for absolutely ages. And I think it's basically their Thomas, but they've just popped a different smoke box door on. It looked, on the photos they showed, it looked like some, it looked like the one I designed with my 3D printer, just some bulbous face on the front. So hopefully they will have done a bit better than that. But yeah, it really does look like Thomas with a different face and a different colour, of course. So yeah, we'll see how that is. Right. Let's do some more requests then. The last lot, here it is. And we've got, speaking of Sodor, we have got one of the Sodor engines. So this was from Jack Ford on the middle line. That was to see the C1 and Henry double heading. So that's his old and his new shape, which is pretty nice. Let's do that. Why do people say shape and not design? It's weird, isn't it? Henry's old shape, they always say. Well, I'm going to say design, because I'm awkward. There you go. Is he on the track properly? Oh, I don't know. Why does it matter? Things always derail whether they're on the track or not. No, it's not true. Only rubbish stuff does. Right, then we have Sparky129, who wanted to see the Q6 and the Adams radial tank with a food train and an LMS brake van on the back. So only too happy to oblige you there, Sparky. Very nice idea. And then finally, we've got William Town's request. Hopefully this one isn't going to go horribly wrong. This was the HSPT, the high-speed Pullman train. So regular HST, but with Pullman coaches instead. I guess that's the simplest way of putting it. All right. Here we go. Fairly quick, this one. Accelerating nice and gently. Okay. Do you think there's going to be any disasters this time? I'm not sure. I think if the double header between the C1 and Henry is okay, then we might survive it. Hopefully. There's no telling though, is there, quite honestly? Right. There we go, looking good. Is the sound still okay? That was really odd. There's no reason why the sound should have cut off. It's a wireless mic, and I could see that the signal was still there. But it was not coming through. It's very odd. Anyway, while these lovely engines run, I will thank every super chatter from today. Well, I'll go from where I left off to save me rereading all the ones I read earlier on. Yeah, I did read a load of them already, so if you missed yourself, check back. But let me refresh and go back to where we got to. Right. Oh, there's a lot here. Wow, so I'll start from where I know I've already seen. I've seen the Gadgetman 1701. So we'll go for Jack Ford, thank you to you, Meet On, Sparky129, Paul Bowman, Mayo Hosco, George Botterini, Mega Train Lover, Harry Chapman again. Yeah, I did read all these, didn't I? Rooters Air Force. Did I call you Rooster earlier on? I feel like that's the kind of thing I might misread. Right, let's have a go. Maryland Midland Productions wanted a shout out, so I'll do that one again. Okay, so we've got Sparky129, Michael T96, who wanted to see a double header with Scotsman and Tornado with a rake of Pullmans, and I'm loving the videos. Ah, that's very kind. Thank you very much, and of course I will do that. Terence Priestley, thank you very much to you. Paul Bowman, could you run Gordon pulling the Express? Please can I have a shout out on your live stream. There we go. There's Paul Bowman's live stream request. No, shout out. Almost got it. Michael T96, I won't miss out your request, Michael. It will get done. It'll just be next time now, because I've only got so much time to run them live. But yeah, they will all be done in the next episode. So don't worry, I will never miss a request, unless I make a mistake. But you know how to get in touch with me if I do that. M10C Achilles. Sam, have you considered 3D printing an O-gauge wagon? I have indeed considered it, yes. It's not, I've not really made any headway towards it yet, but I might do, yeah, at some point. Anyway, the tank wagon, maybe a tank wagon to go with the Darsteed. Well, that would be nice. Or a brake van, that's an idea. I do need a brake van in O-gauge, so it might be super cool if I could create one myself. Good idea. Yeah, that's all food for thought. Rob Arnold, there you go. Thank you very much, Rob. Alpha 008 again. There you go. Yes, Callum Dine, you should 3D print a wagon with a GoPro mount. So that's a cool idea. Although I think I could probably just put one on the wall well. I mean, that's low enough. But I could get even lower, that's true, if I designed one purpose built. So we'll see. That would be fun. Thank you for the idea, Callum. That's very cool. Then you, Ohio. Oh dear. I must upset a lot of people with my terrible pronunciations. Or pronunciations, as it's supposed to be said. Ultimate irony. But yeah, anyway, thank you, I appreciate it. Then we've got Mega Train Lover and Michael T96. I believe that is all. You double check. I don't want to miss anybody. Yep, that's it. Alright, cool. Well, thank you very, very much, folks. Right, well, that is it for the end of another live stream. Next week, I've got a news video coming up with all the latest updates from the hobby, so stay tuned for that. And of course, there is going to be a video on Saturday, hopefully, all being well, that contains loads and loads of engines, like a seriously crazy number of them. Probably even more than on this live stream, so stay tuned for that. For now, though, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Apologies for the odd sound issues. It's never happened before. It'll probably never happen again. just keep an eye on it, because when I say things like that, that's when it goes wrong. No, still working. Alright, doesn't much matter now, anyway. So, thanks for watching, folks. Come on, England, let's do this. And I'll see you on the next one. Alright, cheers, folks. Hey folks, thank you all very, very much for tuning in for another episode of Sam's Trains Live. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back with another episode very, very soon, but in the meantime, please enjoy the videos that I'll be posting on my channel till then, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks again for your support, folks, and take care of yourselves.